What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Ryan on Patreon requested a Mortem Rex, and I assume you wanted the full body, Ryan, because you wanted full body last time. So I'm going to go for the full body. Landscape page, use a pencil eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. Right, head, pretty small up here, so I'll have to zoom in, right? So, because you won't be able to see anything. So just up here, right hand side of my page, we start with the eye, and we'll just go right here. So we'll just go this kind of grain of rice shaped eye. Okay. Iris inside, circular, just here, maybe like a bit of it here. The pupil in the middle, it's actually a circle, just there. So we have some eyelid lines coming around. Some bags and stuff underneath the eye. Just these circular lines coming around here. Right, it's kind of like the eye socket, right? So he's got this like big frown coming out from here, right? So it's like a big sort of bumping section. And this eventually goes backwards and becomes a bit spiky at the back, right? So like back here. Right back there. And then we've got like texture lines and stuff all on this. So like all these lines like that, just to show it's like wrinkly and scaly. Right, and then this line continues down towards the snout, right? So it goes like all the way down towards like his nose, pretty much. Texture on it like so. So the back of the head just comes out here, down, and then around. And then it kind of goes up and curves down here, back up, kind of like a T-Rex head. I don't know if you've ever drawn a T-Rex, of course. Comes across. It's very similar to the T-Rex. Curves up here. Right, and then around the front of the mouth. There. And then it bumps up around like so. We're going up the snout now. Goes like this, and he's got like spikes on the snout as well. And then this just goes around the back of the head that way, and you could see maybe a little bit of the eyebrow on the other side. So we've got like scars. So there's like a scar on the eye here as well. And like maybe some on the face. Just going this way. And then there's like a section of the face here, this sort of round sort of thing. T-Rex has them as well. And it's like there's an ear hole somewhere like here. And then we just have to add texture. So like on the top lip, there's this sort of line that follows the whole front, and then you just break it up into these. It's like a lip line. Break it up into these pockets like that. And then we have a nostril. Just there. And then more textures and wrinkles and stuff all going up the face. right, like that. And I think that's enough for me. So then the back of the head and the jaw goes this way, right? And it's got like all spikes and stuff on it. Right, there's like a couple of layers of these. Right, like this. Like so, and then comes down this way. You can add as much of these as you want now. And then just coming down here, kind of spiky down here as well, a little bit. And then it goes around for the bottom lip, around this way. So the bottom jaw comes out from here, down, around here, out at the back of the teeth, okay? And then we need to add, we'll add a scar here as well. And then like just that lip line. And just break it up into these sections. And like sometimes little circles like this can make them look a bit more like a reptile. And then just like texture lines like this that go down the skin and everything. So then mouth is pretty wide open. So we'll just carve a line here for that skin that connects the jaws. And then we just need to add like loads of teeth, right? And they kind of start small and then they get bigger as we go. Some at the front here. They're kind of smaller at the front than the back. Okay. So we can see a bit of the teeth that go around the back of the top of the mouth as well, right? So we can see like a bit of his gum line just going that way on the other side of the mouth, right? And then the teeth sort of come down from there. Okay. And then teeth on the bottom. So we kind of small teeth here. And they gradually sort of get bigger. Well, they're not like massive teeth. You can see some gum. And then going up around behind here as well. Like so. Okay, so then tongue and details inside the mouth, like spit and all this kind of stuff. So big tongue, bumping out like that. And then this will curve around. Just go back down to the mouth. You can see just like a line coming along the top of the tongue. Then we can see that piece of skin that hangs down on the other side. So it just comes down in here. This is like the inside of the mouth, so it'll have like, you know, like texture lines for inside, and then the jaw on the side here, just coming down in there. Then you can add the spit if you want, like so like just some saliva coming down on the inside of the mouth. And like the inside of the mouth here as well. Okay. Now, so more sort of spikes and horns and stuff on the top of the head up here that I missed. There's like loads of these. Okay. And then there's his back is just like spikes and fins and things. So lots of spikes. Let's just go for it. So spiky coming down here. For the front of the neck, right? All these spikes here. And then the back of the head is all spikes coming down as well. And then like necklines. So those dark sort of necklines that T-Rexes kind of have as well, you know, those kind of veins come down this way. And you want them to be pretty thick lines because you want it to look like it's kind of got shadows on it. Okay. So the back is all like these big horns, right? So we just have to start adding these spikes. I mean, they get kind of big and crazy back here. So one like that. Kind of like Godzilla. I don't know if you've ever drawn Godzilla. But it's kind of like that. Right, so like one here. So like a crazy big one here. And then another. One going this way. So like lots of these fins and stuff. So they like connect to his back. Like that. So that's like a big one. And this is an even bigger one. One on the body here. All right, like that. That one. And these have all textures on them as well, so all like lines to make them look kind of bony, kind of thing. So I don't think I've drawn a dinosaur yet that has all these kind of, you know, spiky things on them. Another one here. Just got to keep adding them. You can just see his like hind leg here, right? So we draw that in, right? So the hind leg is like there. Right, and then the belly goes across here. Then we can see like a front arm, like the shoulder hanging down this way, and they have tiny little T-Rex kind of arms, right? Okay. So we might as well do these arms and legs now. So this like comes down this way. Spiky little two-fingered things here. Okay, this body goes down that way. And then we have another arm that sticks out here. Small little fingers. Like so, and there are nails on top. There's all textures on these, but we'll just get the main parts in first. Right, and then hind leg, heel, comes down to like these massive claws. And this is like the knee down to the foot, right? So 3 claws. So we just go out for the first. There. Another one going this way. And then one more in the front. Like that, right? And there's all scales and stuff on the foot, but we'll do the foot that's in behind here, real big. Got like a claw hanging down. And then the bottom of the foot here. And then we've just like 2 spiky claws here. And then the other side of the foot comes down to the last claw there. Okay. Right, the tail then. So the tail just goes like off this way. You fit it in as much as you can. So we just like swing it around here. And I'll go like this way. Right, there's spikes the whole way down this tail, right? So the tail gets bigger up to here, but it's just like covered in spikes, right? So we'll do that. So dinosaurs with these spikes always take longer to draw. So take your time and hit pause if what I'm doing is like confusing, or you know, just pause it when I move my hand. We'll get there. So there's like 2 layers of spikes on the tail, right? So I'll just do these sort of V's, right, first, and then we'll close them off. Right, like that, just going down the tail, and then like another section that doesn't go as far. So we'll stop it there. And then just like the bottoms, you just close it off. Like so, and then the tail will go around like so, and then textures if you want, of course, on all these. Right, so I think that's all the spikes. So what you got to do now is to make it look sort of like it has form, right? So you're going to start adding like curved sort of lines. Say like the tail. Say like the tail is like a tube, right? So this has like vector lines. So it has like lines going this way, like scale lines. Right? So little like broken light lines like this, right? So that's one sort of plane, so one direction. But to make it look like a bit of a curved object, you go this way with these broken lines, right? And you want to curve it around, right? See, it kind of makes it look a little bit 3D. It's like a trick. It's like a magic trick. You just curve it around, and you get that direction. Right, on the tail as well. Like that, right? You can do as much of this as you want. So say like on the thigh, so we have curved lines that go like this. So it's kind of like a basketball, right? But then they go across this way as well. So it's like the scales and the skin. So it's like the skin is wrapped over a muscle. Well, that's literally what it is, but you just want to make it look like it's curved. And then, so we've got actually bigger scales on the feet, right? So like here, we've got like going up the toenail sort of area. Right, you've got these sorts of things. Like that. And then on this, right? And then of course this has more of these curved lines, you know, on his leg, going around this way, and then up the leg as well. All like that, right? And you gotta put some on the body too. So like some going across the way. And there's actually more spikes on the body as well, but I'll just do this first. And then around the belly, sort of going this way, okay? So just make sure you're sort of curving them. Right, it makes everything just look a bit more three-dimensional. Just makes everything look just a bit more impressive, I think anyway. And then some on the veins in the neck, just in between, and the arms and everything. Right, and maybe a couple more spikes, so just like smaller ones, all on the back here. And you can add kind of as much as you'd like. Okay. And then like just cleaning up some of the lines, darkening them up a bit maybe. Right. And then of course color, but I think I'll leave it there. That is how to draw a full body. What's he called again? Coolosaurus. No, Mortem Rex. Pretty good. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.